Okay, well let's see if this works. So this is a solo spice harvesting guide with an Ornithopter and a trusty Compactor. There are only two pieces of equipment that matter. Those are your boots, which need to be soft step boots. There's Tabor soft step boots. We've got a bunch of these in the base. Oh, I think like 2 or 3 blueprints, and I can make 2 or 3 more, I believe, as well. The important thing, if you see there, is worm threat negative 45%. All soft step boots have that same negative 45% attribute. So let me just find another set here. Nope. Yeah, like these Idaho soft step boots. They're only aluminum tier, but if you look, they still have the same negative 45%. So any soft step will work just fine. The other piece of equipment you need is a compact compactor. So these are your unique ones. You want to use the tier 5 one basically, almost exclusively, and I'll show you why. You can use the tier 6 one, it's just a bit self-defeating. The tier 6 one is made with spice plastanium dust and spice melange and plastanium. So basically, when you wear this one down to the nub and have to repair it, it costs a whack load of spice melange to fix. And since you're gathering spice anyways, to me it just sucks. Now, on negative 25% week, it might be okay to use it. So if you got one, I say go for it. But it's just kind of self-defeating in the fact that it's not fiscally responsible to spend melange to fix the item you're using to gather spice sand. So my baby is this one, Compact Compactor Mark V. If you look at these two items, worm attraction intensity is medium on both of them. So they both basically call the worm in the same amount of time. And the gather rate is extreme for the Mark 6 and high for the Mark 5. So that basically means the Mark 5 just makes slightly smaller piles. So you have to do a few more compacts to get the same effect. But really, the one you want is the Compact Compactor Mark 5. I've got, I think, 1 blueprint for this. And if you've ever had one, I think I can actually make a bunch of them. Let me just have a look here. Where is my baby? I love the Mark V compactor, and I went and farmed it so many times, but it's still like a precious commodity for me. So, where the hell is it? I'm blind. And here it is. So I got, oh no, that's Mark 6. Mark 5 is in Duralinium tier. I'm stupid. Please hold. There it is. I can make 4 of them. So if you've ever had the blueprint in your head, I can just make you one. You can fix it. Otherwise, I can make you one for you to use, and I can just repair it for you, kind of thing. So talk to me if you're going to do this, and we'll make sure you're set up with one of these. Now, just to quickly explain, the way the worm works is it's time-based. From the moment you touch the ground, you'll see worm sign appear, a flat line. I'll show you when we actually get out to the deep desert. But this boot and either of these compactors will draw the worm in the same amount of time. Roughly 2.5 minutes, I think. I've timed it a few times and it's right around that area. And we'll talk about why that's important in the deep desert. So, 2 things you need are these bad boys. You should also bring water and fuel with you. But that's it. So you can go basically naked if you want. You'll just get heat stroke a little faster, which means you'll have to drink more water. So I've got my Mark 6 hydro liter John. This only holds 3 liters of water. I love it though because it's only 2 volume, so that's why I go with this one for my deep desert runs. That said, if you're just doing spice mining, you should totally take like a decaliter John, which has 10 liters, or a Mark 6 liter John, which has 25 liters. So that's way more than you'll ever use. So basically, don't worry about sunstroke. You just drink a lot of water, and you'll feel good. So that's all you need for loot or for gear. And if you're worried about getting killed by the worm, just go basically naked. Wear some cheap armor, some cheap stuff. I like still suits, just because they carry some water with them. So like Shaddam's bladder, there's several blueprints for that. Make yourself one of those. That's a good one. But none of this other stuff matters. So you don't need to bring weapons, your fancy sword, none of that stuff. You're just going out there to get some spice. Okay, well, I hope this video recorded, and we're going to cut to me going to the deep desert. Alright, recording has started. So, we are in the deep desert now. We're in an Ornithopter. We have identified our prey, which is this spice field. The bloom just finished too, so it's good. There's another one over there. And that's it for right here. So, and also there's a shipwreck right there that I went to try and loot, and I got one hatch done, and then the worm came, so I was just like, screw that. But yeah, so let's go do our business. So I actually have my compactor in, so put my compactor in, and then let's do it. So just pay a rough attention to how long this takes here. But two methods. I'm going to show you the first one and why you shouldn't be too worried about the worm. The worm sign will start as soon as I touch the ground. Pull our compactor. And what I normally do is just start blasting right outside the thopter. And basically, this method is going to be blasting until the worm comes, and then running away from it, and then going back to work. Then I'll show you the second method, which I think is a little better and probably more chill, but either's fine. And generally for like laziness, I will just do it this way because I'm not scared of no worm. And you get so much time, honestly, to just do this. So you see I'm just blapping and not really picking anything up. Once I get a goodly field like this, I'll go grab some. So we'll take in the spice. And I'm carrying not very much stuff, so you see my volume of my inventory there. I can hold a bunch of spice in here, like probably like 1,000 maybe or something. We'll see in a minute. And we're just watching worm sign here. There's the worm. Let's get out of here. Bye. I think the worm might be a little faster because he might be going to eat that crashed shipwreck, but no big deal. So you see worm signs down to the low line, so we're probably fine. But I just keep going away from the worm until that goes away completely because we want no worms. It looks like he was going for us there. So fair enough. Good to know. Let's see how much spice we got. 569. Good. All our piles are still going to be fine. Having the worm come sometimes will disrupt the lay of the land a little bit, and the piles will be like floating in the air and stuff, which may have happened here. It's no big deal. You can still grab them. Might have to jump a little bit. But this one I'm not even going to compact. I'm just going to collect what we got. Yoink. Yoink. And what I should have done while I was in the air was swapped this into my Ornithopter's inventory, but I'm just going to max out here first and then go do that. The cool thing is, once you've done the bullshit of actually putting something in the inventory, you only have to do it once because now I can quick deposit. So on this one, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing until the worm comes again, and then take off, and then I'll show you the other method, which I think is really good. And you see I'm getting sunlight there, so I'm just drinking some water, and that's all you have to worry about. And even when you get completely empty on water, you'll just start to take health damage, so you can just use a bandage, but just don't let it get to that point. Just spam your leader John, and bada boom bada bing. Pause it, and since we're just going to wait for the worm to come, we'll just start making a new patch of stuff to pick up until he shows up, and then we'll take off again. Oh yeah, and you'll get the spacing down for how much to do. I've got it pretty good because we've done this a bunch, but by no means perfect. So yeah, let's get out of here. That worm will be mad. Oh, let's go to the thopter. Man, it would be awesome if I got killed recording this video. I would definitely post it still. And we're mad, but we're gonna just get out of his range here. I like to just get high and away as much as possible. And I don't really stop moving away until the worm sign goes away, and then I just turn around and watch and see what he's doing. He's just chilling. And while we're up here, you just go ahead and do the quick deposit. Bloop. I didn't pick up anything. Good. So we got 1,800 spice sand so far. Not very much for a thopter filled up, because now with 2,000 volume, oh my god, you can get so much spice. We'll probably be able to kill this field without filling up our thopter, which is cool. Just go find another one and max out there. And there's our beautiful patch, which we're going to go pick up now. And this time, what I'm going to do is the other method, which is basically a little preemptive taking off, okay? And it's actually sick. So I know the worm is going to come back pretty soon, like, probably not. I said 2.5 minutes at the beginning, but I don't think it's even that long, basically. Maybe it's like 1.5 minutes or something. It doesn't really matter, because we're doing this to not have the worm come. And the nice thing with that is we don't have to do the big takeoff and be scared thing I just did. We're just going to take off here. And just chill, wait for the worm sign to go away. There it goes. This will reset the time I get. Nice. You can slam your Thopter on the ground, it doesn't hear the Thopter. Just hears your boots, I think. So the minute you set foot down, then that's when the timer starts. And when you take off and the worm sign clears, that's when it resets. Bada boom, bada bing. So I'm going to now do my best to sort of clear this field without having the worm come at all. But if he comes, it's no big deal, like you saw. You just immediately go to the Thopter. And if you're worried, like when I started out doing this, I would always make sure I was near the nose of my Thopter. And that's a good idea, because in the last takeoff, you saw me like kind of run up against the side like a dumb bitch. You can totally avoid that just by making sure you're always knowing where the nose of your Thopter is, and that's a much better angle. So I'm just going to do a few more contacts, probably, and take off and not have the worm and just start my business of gathering shit. Sea worm, no need to come bother us. I bet you can only take off to like 5 feet or something. It's probably just a little time-based. It goes away. Yep, there it goes. Cool. So nice and easy. And now we're just going to go pick up our stuff. Make our money. Oops. And like an idiot, I should have quick deposited while I was in the air, just to save that little oops. And yeah, this is a good way to get a bunch of spice sand. It's really, to me, it's not even like a chore to do. It's kind of fun. The deep desert's awesome to look at. And yeah, I mean, the danger of the worm coming once in a while is kind of cool, but you know, having to take off and wait for him is kind of dumb. So let's just try and just wait right here now. Yeah, like what, 10 seconds in the air and then he goes away. Beautiful. And see, Shai Hulud, he likes that we're respecting his time and not bothering him, I think. So this is what we're going to do, and we can just clear this whole field like that. So yeah, just, you know, you'll get the timing down, and I think you shouldn't set a stopwatch or something, because I've tried that, and just getting the stopwatch app on my phone going is so annoying. Like, it's not worth it. Just go by vibes and feel, and if you fuck up, it just means you have to take off and fly away for a minute. No big deal. You see there, I'm shooting some into like the edges, not actually into the purple sand. And that's just to clear up like that outlier one. But you see how big the piles get. Like, it's really, they're pretty darn big. And also here we're in the lighter spice sand. The darker the spice sand, the is he coming for me? Yeah, I mean, I heard him, but I didn't actually see the danger worm sign. So part of me is like, I should probably just move. Oh, he just ate that goddamn ship, didn't he? No, he's probably coming to eat the ship, and let's just watch for a second. Yep, look at him. Okay, cool. So I thought that was a little fast, and I was right, because yeah, he wasn't even worried about us. And I'll just watch him for a sec to see that he's not going to go right through our patch. And if he's not, I'm going to go land. It looks like he is this fucker. Not that I'm worried about him doing anything. We have no worm sign. He's not worried about us, but I just don't really want to be 2 feet off the ground if he's coming directly through our patch. Yeah, look at that. That's just bad luck and rudeness, I think. Bye. Yeah, so let's go pick up the rest of the stuff and then do a takeoff land. And yeah, I won't make you watch me do the rest of this, but you see the vibes now. It's just you know, compact, 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 pick up, pick up, pick up, deposit, take off for 10 seconds, land, repeat. Nice and safe and chill. I just heard something weird in the game, I think. Not sure what that was. Hearing booms in the back. Probably, oh, it's probably maybe the ending of the spice field we saw in the distance, maybe? I don't like it. Wish it wouldn't make that noise. Oh, I didn't lose worm sign there. I'm dumb. There we go. Nice and clean. Yeah, and this is good deep purple sand. So these piles should have lots. Very juicy. The lighter stuff you can ignore if you want, but for me, I just clear the whole goddamn patch. I want it to be like there was never any spice here, because you know why leave it on the floor when you're already here and found it. But if you have lots of like big patches, like on that you know where they are on like on your trip out, you can probably just stick to those. But I don't know. I just like to do it pretty much like a board base. Little slow, Jeff. Got a little greedy there. Felt like I was getting a little greedy. I like to push it sometimes, but it's always just that's a fun little mini game. I lost worm sign. Chillax and watch him. Alright, and that's gonna end the video. Hit me up if you have any questions.